Hey guys, what's up? It's Patsy and I'm back again with another video. I just talk about pro wrestling companies here in Sydney, as I am Sydney based and I really love attending wrestling shows and checking out the different companies in Sydney. I also speak on women's issues such as domestic violence, sexual assault, stalking, harassing and etc. Something that I was really happy and excited to hear about. I never thought that it would come to my club, but I'm just so over the moon and so excited and happy to hear about this. My job just launched the Say No to Domestic Violence where I work, and this is something that a lot of clubs and RSL clubs are doing now. So they're the purple shirts, which is to say no to domestic violence, and basically what it is, it's just everyone that works in that industry or job has to wear these purple shirts, and they're Friday purple shirts say no to domestic violence, and I'm absolutely in love with it. It's the happiest thing I've heard in a really long time. It just really makes me feel like all the talking that we're doing and everything that we're saying is really sort of being paid attention to and being listened to. And I'm really just so grateful for this. It's like the main thing about victims is you feel like no one believes you and you're not being heard. But yeah, this is absolutely it just makes me so happy. Like, I was just shocked when I've heard that we were starting this as well, and that it was something sort of going on. I don't know if it's just in Sydney, Australia. But yeah, it's really, really great because I think that the more that, like I said many times, domestic violence is a major issue, and so sexual assault and all the violence towards women, the stalking and harassing, it never stops. So I have some notes here. So when a woman tries to leave or get away from a domestic violence relationship, she's often ignored by police and the legal system, and pretty much everyone around her. Everyone that she knows won't be taking it seriously. They'll always try and push you back towards the aggressor, the abuser, especially if it's a man, and just tell you to try and get over it. But the sad reality of that is 76% of women who try to leave an abusive partner won't make it out alive. Women make up 80% of homelessness as well, and every 4 days one woman is killed. So there is a woman killed a week by a current or ex-partner. So with so many issues going on, with so many women sort of coming up and talking about it, it's nice to sort of hear that. So just the thing with me is that no matter how much you talk and no matter how much you show the statistics and examples and things like that, as a woman you won't really get not only will you not get justice, but you won't really get believed, and sort of like, be like, oh my gosh, like this is so bad, blah, blah, blah. We take it seriously for like 5 seconds, but then the next day it's back to how it used to be. And it surprises me because it's like men that approach you on the street, or men that sort of say things to you, or try and start a fight, things like that, or you hear about more and more domestic violence issues, and you sort of wonder why it's not really resonating, like it's not really getting through to these men. So I think that the reason the purple shirts make me so happy is because the more it's sort of pushed in your face, so sort of more things coming up, so not just ads and commercials, but also billboards, things around the clubs, things around stations, I don't know, where people often go, but the more it's sort of coming up and pushed in people's faces, I think the more it's there every day. Why are you doing it? You know what I mean? Like, so definitely I think the more that it's pushed into men's faces, the more serious will be taken, because it's been said again and again and again, and it's not just women on TikTok and YouTube and basically on every platform saying it, but it's also being pushed in your face by the government, and it's on all these billboards and street signs and whatever, and now coming up in clubs as well. So clubs is mostly the main place that men attend. They go and get drunk, they go and do gambling, and this, as well as the big NRL finals and things like that, are some of the biggest ways that men come home and start violence for whatever reason. Their team lost or something, or they've lost a lot of money, and you just see so many stories of this where just for no reason, we don't expect it, women don't expect it, but for some reason they get hit with domestic violence, and we don't know why, we don't know what's going on through these men's mind. But the more it's sort of coming up in clubs, the more it's going to be sort of recognized. I know I did notice that a lot of men were laughing about it and sort of saying, oh, like, you know, it's just another stupid thing, but it is something that really needs to be done and sort of taken. So I just wanted to talk about this integrity show that was on November 16th, and it was To the Moon tour. This was at the St. Mary Leagues Club, one of their main venues for Integrity Sports Entertainment. The wrestlers that they had on, they had this huge list. It was a massive roster. So just reading out the wrestlers that they had on the show, they had Trevor Lee, EC Brownie, Dan Archer, Joey Farrugia, Paris D. Silva, Maxx Ramirez, the Sniper of the Skies, Robbie Eagle, Ben Braxton, B-Boy. They had the Dropouts, so that's Tuckman, Scott Green, Ricky South, the original Greasers. They had Jack J Bonza, Scott Magnum, Luke Watts. They had the Filthy Rotten Scoundrels, Tommy Trigga, Akell. They had Positively Silly, Cosmo Cooper, Billy Preston, and Duke Kieran Burns, who was announcing the shows, the matches. Then they had the women's, so they had the Backslide Girlz, so that's Shay Kassidy and Kingsley. They had Flame and Nixon, and Mayor Maddox and Mosh Pit Bunny, and finish off the show with a battle royale, as they always do at Integrity Sports Entertainment, just having a massive ending to the show. And yeah, it's always great when they have a Royal Rumble or a battle royale. So this was the first Integrity show that I watched, and it was absolutely amazing. Massive show, and it was so great. Yeah, so hope you enjoyed this video and stick around for more videos.